Hey, what it do? What the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV podcast. I am Spike Lou Show.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown. If you're looking for me on socials,
Absolutely, man. And I am Spike Lou on those same social sites. Holla at your boy. AB, how you feeling out here this week?
feeling good, feeling great. I thought this was the week that it was gonna get hot. I was wrong.
You really overplaying the weather change, bro.
I
There's
am.
like you got like a good 4 weeks.
I
You
see.
got a good 4 weeks. I'm paying heavy attention because as soon as the weather changes, I'm going to play golf. I've missed it so much.
Yeah, it's it.
You got to
It,
get you
it
some
ain't
clubs and
time yet.
everything this
You
year.
got
No, it's
time. You
definitely
got
not
you gonna
time yet.
chill out a little bit.
I thought I was gonna be able to go like 2 weekends ago. And it was like,
Hell
nah,
no.
this ain't black people golf weather. I can do about it can get to about 62, 63, and I can put on a jacket and go out there, but anything less than that, I'm good.
Yeah, I golf in
You
the
gotta get we're gonna
40s,
get you some
nigga.
clubs this year. No way. We're gonna get you some clubs this year, get you out there frequently, man.
I'm with it. Hey man, listen, we got an action-packed episode. It's a lot of wild shit going on this week.
It
Your man
is.
Chris Brown was supposed to be a part of the All Star festivities. We're going to tell you why he wasn't. Andre 3000, we're going to tell you which role he had on deck for Fast and the Furious, but who he lost it to. And your man Benzino breaks down on Drink Champs when he talks about Eminem. But first, long awaited, highly anticipated, Vince Staples, his show, The Vince Staples Show, dropped on Netflix, all 5 episodes at once. Simple
Hmm.
question. How did he do? Give me a letter grade A through F if that's applicable.
Um, I tapped into this soon as the weekend hit. I didn't want to. It dropped on the 15th. I didn't want to start it and stop. I wanted to make sure I watched all through. To answer your question, I put in the group chat a little bit after watching it that it was mid, and
Were you
people in the
finished
group,
at that point or were you still early on it?
I had finished it.
Okay, okay.
That was me saying it after the last episode. But shout out frames per second. I did a review on it yesterday, and it made me realize during the review of all of the funny shit that happened in there. So I have upgraded it from mid to I'm excited to see where else they take it because he definitely said that he has 5 more episodes
Mm,
and the Netflix just ain't dropped a bag on it yet. He put that out there in a tweet. So I will say that it was better than mid because I am anticipating the rest. I think that my initial frustration with it was that it was over too quick. Like I was waiting to watch it in there. Like it came out the 15th. I waited to the weekend. I was like, okay, I'm a good little binge. An hour later, I'm done with all 5 episodes. So some of the episodes were short. It's like 16 minutes. So I think that was my problem, just not getting enough of it. But as far as what we've always said in this space, that Vince Staples will be good with his own show, spot on. It's great in the sense of I'm thoroughly entertained by Vince Staples. I've seen a lot of comparisons to Atlanta, and I get it. You don't fuck with that. I get it. I'll let you get into that. But I could understand like this being wherever he's from, Long Beach, I think.
yeah,
I think that's where Vince Staples is from. I think that this is his version of what Atlanta would look like. But it was brought to my attention that he was doing stuff like this prior to Atlanta. Some of his skits and
true.
some of his short films and things like that. So it's not a copy of. It's more so in the just the same lane as. So I do want to point that out. But to give it a letter grade, I'm giving it a B, B minus. Just it
Okay.
could have been a little bit longer pause. But I definitely was here for what I seen. For me, my favorite episode was easily the theme park episode
Mm.
with dude and them when he got to fighting with the mascots and got beat down by them. The whole scene in the gift shop was hilarious. The chicken shit was fucking hilarious. Like all of that was funny. My second favorite was Buddy trying to shoot him at the end. The white boy, Vince. Excuse me. And my third favorite part of it was his mama. The mama was great. Like, cause most black families have that person in their family who people don't fuck with, mean as hell, just ready to snap on anybody. So a lot of these things registered for me as far as just being like there was a lot of just black shit in, and I love just seeing real black shit on there. I could see Kenya Barris in there a little bit, like his little ad in. I could tell he was a part of it, but it didn't ruin it for me. B plus, excuse me, B minus, definitely. What'd you say?
Yeah, you were right when you said it was mid. And there's nothing wrong with it. I want to
Really?
be clear though. And I think we mentioned this when you and I did What's the movie we did over at Frames?
Book of Clarence.
We did Book of Clarence, and shout out to Mike. He said he wasn't a fan of the movie, but he was glad that it existed.
Mm.
I feel the
Mm.
same way about this. This was
Okay.
okay. It was okay. I mean the bank episode was the funniest one without question.
What's
That
up,
showed the
cuz?
potential.
What's up?
The bank episode was funny. That was really good. It was
That
clever.
was
Like
yeah.
I need clever, and I'll explain why it needs to stop being brought up with Atlanta in just a second. But
Mm.
it humor is subjective, right?
Yes.
There's people who hate Kevin Hart. There's people who love Kevin Hart. There's comedians you and I have never heard of that have huge fan bases. There's comedians you couldn't pay me to go to a show that have huge fan base. Like it's all subjective. That doesn't whether something is funny or not isn't really that. I'm not going to take points away for that because I know that's different
Mm-hmm.
for everyone. Although I will say, just to give my take on the humor, I thought some of it landed. I thought more of it didn't. But I
Mm.
understand what he was trying to do. And I think there's potential. And I think the second episode with the bank what showed what it could be. I needed more of that type of humor. I get it. He's trying to do the dry Curb Your Enthusiasm, black Curb Your Enthusiasm type joint. There's no through line story throughout the season. You could have watched this out of order. It would have been fine. Every episode is just its own thing. I'm cool with all of that. I
Mm-hmm.
just wish it was a little bit more clever. Like the first episode where he was in jail and he was on the phone and he was talking to dude. He was like, man, so shut up, nigga. But it recorded him saying nigga as his name. That's clever. So when it was like, you have a call from nigga, that was funny as fuck. But to me, that's clever writing though. I needed more of that.
Mm.
You mentioned Kenya Burris. I knew immediately that he
You
was a
hate
part
Kenya
of this.
Burris though. You hate him though.
I could tell he was a part of this dude, and I think he had more of a role than you tried to lead on because some of the jokes give me
Kenya
that black
Burris.
AF shit, and that shit was buns, complete buns.
I ain't even watched it.
That shit was ass. I'm not a fan of his type of humor, me personally. That's
You
so
didn't
as
like Blackish or none of that stuff, did you?
I didn't, but I never. To be fair, I've only seen a handful of Blackish episodes, so I'm not gonna act
Mm,
like I
okay.
watched multiple seasons. I've only seen a handful. It didn't really move me like that. I saw all of Black AF and it was garbage. So I will say real quick, I think he has potential. I'm glad it exists. I'm glad he got the opportunity, and I believe he needs another opportunity to drop more episodes because he needs more reps. Like you ever seen one of those seasons of television where the first one was kind of the weakest one, and then they find their footing in the second and third
Yeah.
and fourth. But you got to have that runway. You got to let people find their footing. Gerard Carmichael show first season wasn't talking about nothing. But the
Right.
second, third, and the third one were funny as hell. That you could kind of get, you could see they got in a rhythm. Wayans brothers' first season's trash, but then it got
Mm-hmm.
funny second and third. So like, I want him to have that same runway to be able to try some things that may or may not work in the first season, see what people gravitate toward and lean into that for season two. He deserves an opportunity. I'm gonna give it a C plus. Stop mentioning it with Atlanta. That's complete disrespect, though.
You don't
And
see the similarities with it and Atlanta?
Atlanta's got more layers. It's way more layered than this.
Yes, that is. So we talked about that on frames per second, and this is not an original thought of mine. It was, I think Mike just said it. You mentioned Curb, which is interesting. Mike said it's more like Seinfeld. Did you watch Seinfeld?
I've seen a handful of episodes, but I never watched it.
Seinfeld is
Really?
just like what you described in the sense of there's really nothing going on, and you can pick up and just watch Seinfeld from anywhere.
Yeah.
Like none of the episodes are like you said, as far as I need to watch this, and there's a prerequisite before I get to this episode. So in that sense, I think that he nailed it. What's taking away from it, in my opinion, for you is like you said, there's no through line, and being that it has similarities to Atlanta, and Atlanta did have that through line. Like
Yeah.
Atlanta did have deeper meanings to stuff. Like you could tell they were trying to say stuff in episodes.
Bingo.
With Vince, I feel like we're gonna teeter on that, but we ain't gonna really even get into it. It's just I'm just here to be funny. And like it's a show, a slick about nothing. Such like the Seinfeld episode, or excuse me, the Seinfeld show. So I do totally understand what you're saying. When I originally watched it, I felt the same way. But as I talked about it more, and we was laughing hella hard about the theme park episode because I just feel like that was great.
It
That
was
was probably
okay.
the best episode of
It was
him
okay.
mugging dude. Like what buddy looking at?
It
Like the
was
whole
okay.
like nigga, I ain't your daddy. I ain't buying you. All of that was funny, nigga.
It was
Nigga said
okay.
your buddy. Nigga said your daddy a bitch ass nigga.
That was funny. That was funny.
All of that was funny, dude.
That was funny.
They asked about the kid. He was like, hey, "Oh yeah, he'll make a wish kid." Like all of that was funny.
That was funny.
Everything I feel like in the theme park episode was funny. There was some stuff that missed. What did you think about the dude that was trying to kill him and him killing the dude?
Bro, that
You
was
ain't fuck with that?
no. Like it was
Really?
kind of funny.
That was
Like
cold to me.
it was.
You got it though, right? You got the whole thing. Like they call him white boy because he used to act like that in school. Like put your seatbelt on. You already had a suite at school. Like he used to act like a white boy.
Okay.
And since him and Vince have the same name, they call him white boy, and Vince had the regular name. And he was pissed because Vince, well, he was white boy because he acted like a white dude. I
Yeah.
thought that was go. That was
No, that
good,
ain't it.
man.
That
That was
ain't it.
good,
If you
bro.
got to explain it like how you explain it and it still ain't hidden, then that ain't it. But I
But did
get
you
what he's
peep that?
trying to
Okay,
do.
got you, got you. I got
That's
you.
the thing.
Just need more reps.
Listen, if Netflix called me and said, "Hey, we're thinking about renewing this Vince Staples show. What do you think?" I'm gonna lie and tell them it's an A plus because I
Okay,
want him to get
got you.
another shot. But
Yeah.
between us, it was slightly above mid.
He need to bring some better writers in, you think?
Yes, and tell
He need to get
lock
Issa on the
Kenya
phone.
Burris out of the writers
He need to
room.
get Issa would be funny with that. Get Issa on the
She's a
phone,
better
man.
writer than Kenya Burris is, though.
She definitely is. She definitely is.
Like,
I'd like one of the
listen,
through themes throughout the show. I love my bad. I throw it right back to you. I love that because this is like real life that people really don't. If you don't know who Vince Staples is, you don't know who he is.
yeah,
I loved how that kept coming up. Like, nigga, who is Vince Staples? It's like he was talking to the dude in the gift shop, and she's like, my man gonna come fuck you up. His that nigga was like, man, I don't, who? I
yeah.
thought that was really good.
Yeah, listen, man. As long as they tell Kenya Burris the wrong address to the writers' room for these next couple of episodes, like tell him it's in like North California, so he get lost in Vallejo or some shit. Don't have him come to the where y'all at down here in the Bay or wherever the fuck they at in Long Beach. Give him the wrong address, and I think he'll have some potential. And just swap
Yes,
out one or
yes.
two writers, bro. It's right there though. It's just like it reminds me of the first season of some shows that got better in two and three. That he just needs that opportunity.
That makes sense. I ain't
I'm
mad at
glad he
that though.
got it though,
But
man.
yeah,
I'm happy
people
for him. I seen him doing a
absolutely.
whole bunch of press run and shit. It's dope.
People need to understand that mid doesn't mean awful.
I agree
Especially in our
exactly.
group chat. Nigga said, I said it was mid. Nigga was like, oh man, you shitting on him. Like, bro, no,
Yeah,
I didn't
no,
say that at all.
yeah,
Okay.
no.
Perfect. All right, moving on. AB Spotify, they posted 30 classic albums from the streaming era. I want to know, did they get it right? What stood out to you?
You know what? This was actually not a bad list. There's
I
some
said the
things I
same
would
thing going
change.
through
They
it.
did 30 albums, half hip hop, half R&B.
R&B, yeah.
I would. I gotta. I'm finna. By the time this come out, the video will be out. But I swapped out the ones that needed to be swapped out because
Mm-hmm.
having three Tyler the Creator albums on here is disgusting.
That was
Like,
the
what are
biggest
y'all
standout to
doing?
me. That was the biggest standout for me.
But like, what? Three? They had three Tylers and no Kanye. That's the most disrespectful shit I've ever read.
What
With all
Kanye
due,
should
and
be
I
on there?
like these Tyler albums, but even when he won the Grammy, he said this shit wasn't hip hop, dude. He almost gave his
Mm,
Grammy back because he won for best rap album. He was like, "Nigga, this ain't a rap album, dude. Why are y'all giving me this?" I agree.
mm,
This isn't a rap
mm,
album. Why is it on this list as a classic rap album, dude? Igor is not rap.
mm,
I like it. It's cool. It's cool music and all of that shit. But like, dude, it doesn't belong on here. Take off all three Tylers, even though I like all three of them. Shout
mm-hmm.
out to Saba. I didn't listen to that. Playboy Cardi is one of the worst rappers ever born.
But
Take that
you
shit
know
off.
that album though. I ain't never listened to, but you do know that album, nigga. Don't act like you don't know
Yeah,
that
no,
Playboy album.
it got him in the door. I understand it, but
Okay,
he trashed. I can't listen to that shit. I've tried. And that Uzi is an EP. That shit don't count. And they had two Kendricks when they only needed one.
that's hating. That's just strictly
Damn, it's
hating
not a
right there.
classic, bro. It's
Okay,
not.
I thought you was hating. I thought you was hating on To Pimp a Butterfly.
Nah,
I'll
I'll
tell you,
give Butterfly that.
that's what I
He
said.
got
I
me
would
a
have took
bag.
Damn off. I would have took
Yeah,
Damn off definitely.
that's all I'm saying.
Um,
What you think?
I noticed. I noticed the same thing that you said. That was the biggest that stood out to me was that there were three Tyler albums,
Yeah,
and
come
I
on,
just I
bro.
couldn't believe that. Like I understand the push that they're trying to give for him. I understand he's talented. I'm not personally a fan of Tyler, but I get it.
Those
I'm
albums
not here to
bang
hate
though.
on it.
They
And
not
those
soft.
albums do bang. But I feel like giving him three albums and maybe not putting a Drake album on here is
Thank
just a bit
you.
egregious. Like views should be on this. Views should 1,000,000% be on
Facts.
this. Um, and Donda was a
Thank
miss
you.
for me. I
That's
think
another
that
one
should
I
have been
got.
on here. Like, I know you're a Kanye and Drake fan, so you probably would have said those. But yeah,
Facts.
I definitely noticed that there was no Drake, and that's on purpose. That's not we forgot. That's not he doesn't have a classic. That's on purpose. We left Drake off because we may be beefing with him because he got to deal with Apple, whatever it is that Spotify and Drake got going on. He should have had a album on this.
I agree.
I can't really think of anything else other than Views and Donda that stood out to me that I would have had on here. I don't know if you want to step on your list
Yep,
and we just said it'd be out by the time it came
for
on here.
sure.
So what'd you have?
I had you called it. I had Donda on here. Shout out to Kanye,
Mm-hmm.
the only rapper with a classic in three different decades.
Stop it.
I had Life of Pablo. Let's go.
That's crazy.
If they're gonna do three Tylers, I can do two Kanyes. That's that. I only did that because they did
You
that.
you you got to pick one or the other.
Not
It's
both.
Views or A Life of Pablo. It's not both. You know
It's
that.
Life of Pablo and Donda. That's what I'm saying.
And you're taking off. Well, I knew what you was taking off, but go ahead. What was the other you had?
I had Big Sean, Dark Sky Paradise.
That's a
That's
good
a
one.
that's a classic. And I took off Playboy Carter and had Little Baby My Turn.
That's just because you want to put a little baby on there. You don't. You want to be able to go outside in the A after all the hating you've
Nope,
been doing on little baby.
nope. I put Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs. That's the Alchemist and Gibbs. That's his best project. I can't believe
Would
that
you
wasn't on
remove
here.
the other Freddie Gibbs?
Who?
Would you remove the other Freddie Gibbs that
No,
was
no,
on
we
here?
can keep that too.
Two Freddie Gibbs is insane.
No, it's
You can't have two
accurate, is what it
spreadies
is.
on here. Two
It's at
spreadies ain't gonna get it.
two spreadies is insane. Jesus.
Putting a nigga with a nickname Spready on here twice is crazy,
Yeah,
son.
the nickname Spready Gibbs is
That's your man.
wild.
That's your man's. Like
Yeah,
the
I'm
meme,
hot
like the
about
dude
that
say, you,
too.
you heard about your man's?
That's nuts. And I will say I could argue What a Time to Be Alive should be on here because of the impact.
What a time to be
Because that came out
alive.
2015, as well as if you're reading this, it's too late. But those are both mixtapes, so I'll let them slide. But I can
Okay.
understand either one of them though.
What a
The
time to
impact
be
was
alive.
crazy.
That's the Drake and Future joint.
Yep.
Okay, I get you
You
that.
know how many people came with collab? That the floodgates opened with collab albums after that.
What was your favorite album on here? Did you have one?
Shit, I go Victory Lap
That was mine
or
too.
Astro. I really like Astro World. I'm a big fan of that. And of course, my boy XXX made the list. I was hyped when I saw that because that album is fantastic. That's one of my favorite albums
Mhm.
of the last 10 years.
Never heard of
That's
him.
hating.
Never even heard of him. And Migos Culture, I thought you would have picked that. How did you feel about that
No,
being
that's
on
in
here?
there. Yeah,
That's
I
in
can
there.
respect that for the impact.
Mm. Okay.
You know who barely missed the cut though?
Who's that?
Jermaine Cole. 2014 Forest Hills Drive came out the year before they
See, I
split.
didn't understand if that was okay. It wasn't in it because if it was, that was my only thought that would be off of here is because it wasn't in the time frame threshold.
Yeah,
So
it
I
just
was right
barely
about
missed
that.
it.
Okay, you wouldn't put the what is it? KO? What's the name of it with the king on the front?
No, KOD.
That ain't on it. Is that it?
Nah, nah.
Um, and
Sorry,
the other one
Cole.
either. Not the other one either.
Nah.
What's the name of it? The
Off season.
basketball? Yeah.
Nah.
Obviously, if I can't remember the names, they
Yeah,
shouldn't be
that's what
on
I'm
here. So
saying. I almost put Killer Mike on here. Almost, but it's too soon.
they was hating. It's streaming era, and even though this is a classic for people our age, I think that it disqualifies him because of the streamers hating of it, like Casa and all the
And now it's
young.
2015 to present day.
Well, I would
They're just
definitely put
using like the
Michael on here.
time period.
Yeah, okay, I would definitely put Michael on here. Then. I want 1,000,000% make it.
But
Did Ross
I
Ross
say
didn't
that to
have one?
say there's only
I
about
was racking.
five that I looked at sideways. To be fair,
I was racking my brain. I was trying to figure out if Ross had one. I
not
feel like
since
Ross should have one
2015.
on
Nah,
here.
I don't think so.
That's interesting.
Nah. Would you count Sci High? That had
That
had
no
an
dope on
impact.
Sundays. It
Yeah.
didn't. It didn't. Ew.
And one of them Pusha T's, I
I was
almost
gonna
said
say that
Daytona.
was my very next thing is Daytona should be on here now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth on that one. It definitely should be on there. All right,
But
man. Y'all let us know what y'all think. You got something else?
nah, solid list. Solid list.
Okay.
Next up, man, Dream Chasers artist Vori. Dream Chasers, of course, is Meek Mill's label. He
Mm-hmm.
was on camera, like a home ring type camera,
It looked like some
allegedly threatening
surveillance.
his
Yeah.
girlfriend, talking about putting hands on her again and all. It's a wild shit, wild accusations.
Hmm.
Meek Mill took to Twitter, wasted no time. Said, "Hey man, dude ain't chasers. Like we ain't with
Mm,
none of that." He has
mm,
distanced himself from Vori immediately. I don't even think the damn tape was 24 hours old yet. My
hmm.
question is, did Meek overreact to the leaked footage of his artist threatening his girlfriend?
Nah, man's just another time he gonna kill a woman. Like I can have you killed. Like this is yes. Meek definitely did not overreact, but me, man, I feel like I'm picking on me because I always see shady shit with what he's doing. In this sense, he's absolutely right in dropping him. But like you said, it wasn't even up. You said it wasn't 24 hours before he responded to this. It didn't seem like it was because of this. And even in Meek quoting this, well, excuse me, even in him retweeting this, it really wasn't citing this as the reason that he's not dream chasing. He said, "Oh, he been acting funny for a couple months, so he ain't return
That's
my
true.
calls." He was using this as an opportunity to say, "Oh, yo, you've been fucking up anyway," versus focusing on this and being like, "No, we don't fuck with niggas like this."
Right.
And leaving it at that. Like he had to add more content. But I just didn't like that, man. And I know it seems like that I pick on Meek Mill on this platform, but I promise I'm not trying to. It's just that a lot of the times he drops the ball. And in this situation, I feel like it was another time that he dropped the ball. Like the focus on this should have been like, nigga, you wilding
Yeah.
on camera. Nigga, fuck you not returning my calls. Fuck what you thought you had going on and we ain't talking so much. This right here, though, we definitely not going for this and leaving it at that versus making it about, oh, he ain't answering my calls either. I knew he was wild. Like, bro, relax, bro. Let's not take the focus off how much of a piece of shit Devore is. So no, I do not think that he overreacted, but I do think that he could have addressed this a lot better.
Yeah. That's a good point. I'm gonna read the full tweet so people, just in case people missed it. He said, "Quote: This guy is not a dream chaser. He has a mental problem. We cutting ties. We don't care how your music sound. He been ducking my calls for months, telling people I'm threatening him. Stopped a lot of people, dude. He is not dream chaser. Yeah, he hijacked it and made it about himself, which was a very weird flex.
Sick.
Why are you talking about what he's? Nobody knew that he was telling people you was threatening him, dude. We didn't know that. Nobody knew that. He did that off the. He retweeted the video and then said this. You right. He could have deleted that one
Yeah, like
sentence.
come on, bro.
He could have deleted that one sentence that made
It
try to
would have
make
been
it about
cool.
him. Nobody asked you.
This
The
ain't your
nigga was
moment, bro.
wilding in the video. Like he dumb aggressive. I don't know if he was drunk. I don't know if he got a mental problem for it. I don't know what it was. Or a nigga just angry. He's fucking Incredible
Yeah.
Hulk. I don't know. But yeah, that Meek made the right call. He just used the wrong words in the message. I agree. Usually y'all be hard on Meek for no reason, but nah, this was valid.
It'd be plenty of reason, bro. It'd be
This was a
plenty of
layup,
reason.
bro. This was an
Yes, a
underhanded
layup.
softball.
You could have came out of this unscathed if you're Meek Mill, which he probably still did. We're just
Yeah,
being like critical of it, but yeah, like you could have handled this a lot better if you're Meek Mill. You got your CEO boss hat on.
I don't.
Simply, yeah, like come on.
He wilding, but I will say it's a shame because Buddy is talented.
What is
He's on
he?
that. He's on that 5 project that came out the other week, which is a sleeper, by the way. He on
Oh,
there.
that's him singing on one of the early songs,
Yep,
right?
it's like
Okay,
number
yeah,
two,
yeah,
number
yeah.
three,
Okay,
kind of
number two, that's
early.
banging too.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's
so
banging.
I don't know. But he a talented dude. He's got a couple of records. He got that kind of. He's on Donda. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Okay,
got that voice. He got like a different type of voice. With the right producer, you can kind of get on like put him in different pockets and shit, man, and make some hot shit. But yeah, he wild. He got to figure out whatever fuck he got going on. But Meek made the right call.
yeah, he definitely
You
did,
got to
man.
distance
You get
yourself from that, nigga. Like, nigga, you
can't
on
have
some
that
Ray
around.
Rice shit,
Yeah,
nigga. No, nah, we over here with it,
no.
bro.
Telling your bitch you gonna kill her is fucking crazy. That is
That nigga was
insane, bro.
angry, nigga.
That isn't. I don't know what she did, but that is in fucking insane, bro. Like Jesus Christ. All right, man. Moving on, AB. Your man Chris Brown came out very upset. He got clipped from the All Star Celebrity Game, and it was at the last minute. Tell us about the reasoning why, and if you think it's fair or foul, AB.
Allegedly, He blamed it on Ruffles, which was like the big dog sponsor for the weekend, or at least for the celebrity game. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, he thinks it was them that told the NBA to pull the plug on having Chris Brown for reasons we all know. He's tied. He's going to be tied to the Rihanna shit till he's 70. And for that reason, I hate to say it, but he going to have to get used to that, bro. Until it just ain't no more. Until like
Mm.
I don't think it's fair, but he has to expect it, dog. And they said he posted the emails, nigga. They showed him the jerseys, the little NBA representative hitting him up, telling him who to be his contact for travel, the whole nine, bro. He probably had his sneakers picked out, the whole shit, and then they pulled the plug from him last minute. Now he did say
Mm-hmm.
Ruffles and companies. So he kind of made it like more than one company pulled out, but he only named Ruffles. And Ruffles came out and said, man, bro, we don't know who's playing in the game, dude. They don't come run by the players by us. Nigga, we don't know. And he said he
Mm.
called cap on that, but didn't show no receipts. So it's fucked up. I get it. You would hate to live the rest of your life by your worst mistake, like people have to, no matter how bad the mistake is, and there are some, well, there's levels to it. Let me say that. There's
Yeah.
levels. And he had a horrible mistake, obviously. But at some point, though, you know, did the time, or he did the crime, he did the time. Like at some point, man, people have to let it go, especially if the parties involved have let it go. So if that was the case, why do y'all invite him in the first place? It ain't like you didn't know. It ain't like you don't remember. But man, y'all gotta let that go, man. The fans are over it. The fans was all in Ruffle shit, dude. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing, dude? Like, y'all still talking
Mm.
about this shit? But he's got to
Mm.
expect it though. He can't get mad at this shit no more. He gonna have a heart attack, bro. Reacting every time somebody thinks like this.
You said you don't think it's fair?
I don't think it's fair though. Even though,
Mm.
even though it's the NBA, nigga. This ain't your celebrity game. It's somebody else's shit. So they can technically do whatever they want to, but it's not fair to invite him and then not invite him after that,
Ah,
bro.
okay. But you do say you would agree that it's fair that them saying that he can't participate in.
I,
Like even if they
who though?
didn't
Because they
invite
said he
him,
could at first. That's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying. If that didn't happen and they were having the conversation in the boardroom and they going over the list of invitees
Right.
and they talking and it never comes out and someone's like, okay, we're going to invite Chris Brown. If someone in that room was like, nah, let's not do that.
That's
That
unfair.
is that fair?
That's
That's not
unfair.
fair either.
Yeah, nah, bro.
Even before reaching out.
Yeah, that's unfair, bro.
You can't beat a woman. You can't beat a woman up like that, bro. And people just forget it though.
Bro, the
Even if
nigga
she's
has been
over it.
out and about. Dude, they
Yeah,
tried to
that's
do him
what
at the
he's been lucky. He's been lucky to have the success that he's had since then. So
but
any
the fact is he's had the success since then. That's the thing. He is lucky. I agree,
right.
but he's
Okay.
had it. It's happened. He's past that shit. People don't talk about that no more, bro. That's not a
They do
thing no
though.
more.
That's the thing. They do talk about it. Like
No,
Chris
I don't
Brown is
think so.
really, really lucky to have had the success that he's had post that traumatic incident. You're right. People can make mistakes. I do agree with you also in the sense of reaching out and then reneging on that deal.
That was some
That
slaw.
ain't what's up. That's some slaw. Like y'all are being like bad business is being done. I can understand Chris Brown's frustration on that part. Like y'all even hyping me up about it. But I also could understand brands and businesses, regardless of how long ago it was, regardless if the victim's gotten over it, saying that I'm not going to tie myself to this dude because regardless of how famous he is, that is his most famous incident still to this day. Post all the success you've seen about it, that's still a thing, especially to mainstream America who may not follow Chris Brown like that. Like it may be people that have not followed him in that room or that society that stopped following and knowing that he was a success since that happened. Like that's very possible. So I
Mm.
get that part of it. Like when you're a major big brand. What I do think that's not being done to combat it, what Chris Brown can, we're going to hold the accountability mirror up here. Like he ain't done nothing to, like, bro, you got to play the game. I'm sorry. I know how much you hate it or how much people hate it, but the same shit where we seen Kanye apologizing to the Jews in Hebrew, the same shit where we see T.I. doing the "Don't Snitch" commercial. You hide, like if you want to get back in, like you got to apologize, bro. I ain't seen Chris Brown out here doing nothing to deter domestic violence or a PSA. Domestic violence isn't good. Had he taken the bull by the horns and been one of the faces of a domestic anti-domestic violence movement, then people would be a lot more kosher in having him around. But since it's like, oh, I'm Chris Brown, I'm talented, you can't deny this talent anyway, regardless of what I did. Since that has kind of been his stance, it seems like
No.
it seems like that public persona. I ain't heard him say like genuinely. I haven't heard a campaign where it felt like that he was sorry. He may have apologized. I may have missed that. I get that. But
Yeah.
again, there hasn't been a concerted effort on his part to remove his name from that. I don't think.
Here's how shit works in America, dude. Some wild shit happens. Again, we wouldn't talk about this how we talked about it if it wasn't for photos of Rihanna's face. That is what
Yes.
the photos and videos as Ray Rice. Ray Rice was
All
playing
right.
football, nigga, till the video came out. It was like,
Okay.
whoa, okay, hold on now. That's when it gets different. Same thing for Chris Brown. But what happens is, well, sometimes it happens this way, sometimes it doesn't. But you have to be able to give your side of the story. And I don't mean that in saying like, no, look, here's why I fired on it. Like, no, I'm saying like, yo, you have to be given the stage to be like, yo, what I did was this, that. It'll never happen again. Blah, 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 blah. I done did my little community service or jail time or whatever came with it. Yo, this is what I learned from it. He's got a whole documentary about it. He talked about the night. He opened up about this
Yeah.
shit, dude. Like he's got a whole thing on this dude on YouTube. And I forgot what
But
it
see,
aired. It
it's on
aired on something
YouTube though.
major though.
It aired on something.
Yeah,
Okay.
it aired on
He did the
something. I
Jonathan
just can't remember
Majors.
what
Did
the
he do the
documentary. I don't know if
Jonathan
it was
Majors?
Netflix or
But that's what I'm saying. You got to go on Good Morning America, bro. Like you got to go do the Jonathan
this was
Majors
in
thing.
like 2017 when he did the documentary though about it. He talked about it, man. He didn't duck it. It'd be one thing if he's never spoken on it, then I would understand
Mhm.
that. But he's gotten in front of it, bro.
I think you got to be even with getting in front of it. I think you got to be more of an advocate for the anti that. Like you just
You
you
can't.
have to
I
show.
don't know, bro.
I'm telling you, if you're going to play in the Ruffles game, now you're right. I'm Chris Brown. I'm making a killing, nigga. I don't need that. I get what you're saying from that sense, but if you don't want these problems with Ruffles or the NBA or ESPN, then there's a different conversation that you need to be having. But if you cool being Chris Brown and like, oh, you shouldn't have bothered me, nigga. I'm making it over here. I'm getting it. I ain't need this. I don't want to bring that buck up. I get that too. I'm just saying if you plan on, because I seen this being talked about, Usher bringing you out at the Super Bowl, then you got to apologize. Like there needs to be, oh, I'm anti this. Like this happened, and now I'm the face of this. We just finished listening to that Ray Lewis podcast, and we seen the 360. Ray Lewis wasn't a preacher nigga or none of that before he was charged with these murders.
No.
That nigga did a complete 360, and now look at Ray Lewis. He's everywhere, the face of the fucking NFL for however long he was, all because he was out there in front apologizing, saying, oh, I'm anti that. Not only did I get off of it, or not only did I serve my time or plead guilty and do what I needed to do, I was also out here pushing a completely different narrative at that point. And if you want people to forgive you, unfortunately, that's what you got to do. Or you can just live over there being Chris Brown.
Let's be honest though.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers fall for the church bag all
Facts.
the goddamn time.
Chris Brown could have got in the church bag. I ain't saying you got to believe it 100%. I'm just saying you got to play the game. If you want, like Kevin Hart did it. Like, nigga, they caught Kevin Hart in that car with that chick. Ain't nobody heard since. Like, nobody knows what the fuck happened. But I nigga, get up every day, positive motivation. I go to work and work hard. Like,
now they called him in a
he
hotel
gives
room.
people.
Is what they called him in too. He was in.
But do you remember? Didn't they catch Kevin Hart in the car with the chick though when the car wrecked?
Nah, he was in a car. They don't know what. That's the thing. They cleaned it up quickly. There's rumors, but people don't know. They don't know. They know he was in a hotel with the guy because they got video. That's the thing. The car shit is all speculatory.
But I'm saying people don't even really think about that. They think about Kevin Hart's a hard worker, the hardest working man in showbiz, man. I get up every day and I go to work. God has blessed me so much. No, you can't.
Got 8 albums since then. They got
Chris Brown ain't
double albums since then, too.
He's still banking off his talent. That's what I'm saying. You can't deny his talent. You can't shut the nigga out. But he still got a tap dance, my nigga. Dance, nigga. You want back in, dance, nigga. And unfortunately, that's the society we live in.
Nobody in their right mind was about to boycott Ruffles fucking chips, who nobody eats anymore anyway, because one nigga's in a celebrity game. Nobody even knew Ruffles sponsored.
That's true too. That is true too. But that ain't it, the tap dancing ain't for that. The tap dancing is for the nigga that make the decision up in that corner office to think he holier than thou. Oh, I remember Chris Brown from this. Like, yeah, bitch ass nigga, we know. But me as the marketing person, I want to put this on your desk, this, and this on your desk that shows he's remorseful of all that. And you're just being a hater if you don't want him doing this. Unfortunately, Chris Brown don't got all of the material showing that I've changed.
Do you
That's
believe
it.
Ruffles when they like, nigga, they didn't give us the list of who playing? We don't know who
I
playing.
believe I can believe Ruffles when they say it. I think probably ESPN or the NBA made this call. Like somebody didn't check off on his name and then they just try to blame it on Ruffles or told Chris Brown that it was Ruffles to save face. Maybe that person that invited Chris Brown has a relationship with him that they're trying to save and they don't want to say, oh, my boss told me I kind of jumped the gun. But I could definitely believe Ruffles when they were like, man, we don't give two shits, bro. Like as long as our what they had like the neon court and the
Yeah, all
whatever
that shit.
fucking court, all of that. Long as all that shit work, we good. Like nigga, we don't care. But I do think the ESPN may have had a problem with it because they covering the game,
Yeah.
and we've heard about it before. I hear Dan Patrick talk about it all the time. Like stuff like that has to be addressed when you have that person there, or people are gonna bring you into it. Essentially, like you can't bring Ray Lewis on something prior to and be like, oh, or not talk about the murder and shit.
Yeah.
Like they feel like they would have had to address the Chris Brown shit at some point during the night, and that puts a damper on the night. So I would look more closely into ESPN or the NBA.
Real quick though, when the last time you had Ruffles?
I fuck with Ruffles. I fuck with
You got the
Young
variety
V and
pack
shit.
in the kitchen.
Now they got the flaming hot. They got the flaming hot sour cream and cheddar joints. Fire. The
That
flaming hot and
sounds like that sounds
fire.
disgusting.
Dang, get on it. And LeBron
Flaming
on the
hot
bag.
sour
And your
cream, bro. What the fuck?
flaming hot sour cream and cheddar. You ain't on the sour cream and
And
cheddar joints.
cheddar,
Them
nigga,
top
that's
five.
childish as
Ruffles
fuck.
has a top. Ruffles got a top five chip ever in the sour cream and cheddar. That's easily top five chip.
Uh,
Easily.
retire
Y'all
the
let us know
Ruffles,
out there,
man.
man. That ain't top
Hashtag
five chip.
no,
Well, you eat,
no.
nigga. You eat chickpeas and peanuts and shit, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? You eat hummus, nigga. Of course you don't eat Ruffles. Nigga talking about retire the Ruffles,
Let's
nigga.
go veggie
You
shits.
probably never even had a you ain't never had a flaming hot Cheeto, have you?
Yeah, I have.
I don't believe that.
I have for sure.
I promise you,
I
I
ain't
don't
had this
believe one
flaming
bad
hot Tabasco
sour cream and
Ruffles
cheddar.
shit you talking about. I ain't had that bullshit.
Let us know on the
Man.
poll, man. Has AB ever had a flaming hot Cheeto, dude? Let us know that.
Oh shit. Next up, speaking of flaming hot, Benny says Cole is the hottest rapper out right now. Called J. Cole, Jermaine Cole, the best rapper alive.
Mm.
Benny the Butcher calling another rapper the best rapper alive. This is factor cap.
This is a nice way to say I got smoked on my own joint. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Um, it's fact. I don't know if Benny should be the one saying it because I'm competing with this nigga. Like we all in like we playing 36, nigga. Like I ain't that nigga got a nice jumper. Like nah, nigga, I'm trying to win 36. People that don't know 36, it's like 21 in other states. We play 36 in Nashville. But yeah, like it's cool for him to say this, but I still feel like that he should think that about himself, especially where he's at in his career, just coming off a Def Jam project. Like he should be walking around like I'm the best. It's part of the problem that people have with the game today, what people my age have with the game. Same shit you're seeing in the NBA. Niggas is just too friendly. Like I don't think that Big would have came out and said that another nigga was the best rapper when he was rapping. He may have said he nice,
Yeah.
because you can't deny a nigga being nice. And I'm not sure if Benny would say this had Cole not absolutely obliterated him. Shout out to Big Jeff on on that Johnny P's caddy. But yeah, like this is crazy to say from a nigga who got bars himself. And like I don't think Freddie Gibbs would say this. As much as my disdain for Freddie Gibbs is, I don't think that he would say this. I don't even think that Conway would say this.
I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying? Like I don't think that like it's cool. It's correct. J. Cole is killing shit. He probably is the best rapper alive right now, but it ain't for Benny to say.
What would have been crazier is
Mm-hmm.
after getting obliterated by this nigga, he would say,
And he
I'm
didn't
the
say
best
it.
rapper alive. No, nigga, you're not.
Nigga,
That
go
would have
check your
been
soul.
wild. And that would have let me know he was delusional. So maybe he does have to concede this for now because he
Mm,
did get cleaned up on his own record by the nigga. And J. Cole is on a killing spree. He's
yes.
been on a killing spree for the last couple of years. I need to see what this new album does though, because you notice we didn't mention him in the goddamn classic of the new streaming era
Classics.
conversation. He was just on the
Yeah.
outskirts of it, so that means he hasn't had a classic since 2014. What's the body of work looking like? Like, what is this fall off? And I'm not saying like the shit he been putting out been slaw. I'm just saying
Mm-mm.
when you're the best rapper alive, you got to be putting out the best music. You got to be up there with not only killing features, but you need to have a strong, at least album of the year candidate. And I don't
Yeah.
know if he's had that. Off season was fire though. I ain't gonna lie, off season was dumb fire. But we need to see what this fall off gonna do. He's been teasing it for a minute. I'm assuming if I was a betting man that it comes out this year. Let's see what this do. You know, you done playing overseas in Africa and the little bullshit NBA run you were trying to run. That's over with, thank
That
God.
definitely wasn't the NBA. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
what
but
that
whatever
was.
that was.
The EBYL league.
Yeah, that shit. That's donezo. Put that behind you. Get yourself in the booth. Let's see what the music talking about before we crown niggas best rapper alive. Let's see what the music talking about. That's all I'm asking. And so I'm looking forward to
Mm.
it though.
Would you say that he is though? Just based like all bodies of work right now?
Considering that changes probably every 6 months.
Yeah.
Today, yeah, I get to him. I
We
get
get
to
to
him.
him.
But it's up for
Yeah, I
grabs
think.
though. He ain't got it on click clack.
I don't know. I don't think it's close. I think he is by far, but I do agree with you that it like somebody can come out tomorrow and start smoking features and put out a classic, and I would consider them like, yeah, watch your ass, cause J. Cole getting older too.
That's true.
Like them niggas is about to be they about to be like out of that conversation. It's like that conversation is about to start being different. I don't know who the new people are. I'm not
Simba,
privy to that. I used to think it was Lil Baby. Who?
Simba, cold,
Simba. Okay, I
cold.
remember him.
His
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
NFL
yeah.
run was cold. Spitting.
That was fire, but it didn't get no pub though.
It did what it was
Who
supposed
is
to.
he signed to? You know,
Don't have me lying. I don't know,
I
but it
think that
did
should
what
have
it was
got a lot
supposed
more
to do.
pub. Cause I remember that white lady that did the NFL shit on TikTok got run. Nigga, she was at the Super Bowl and some more shit. You remember the white lady on TikTok
Yeah,
that was
I
doing the
do. Yeah,
NFL
yeah,
shit?
that's
That shit
true.
was funny. Yeah,
That's
she got
true.
dumb run behind that. They ain't pay Simba no mind.
He doing all right. He got about 700. He got over 700,000 followers. He gonna hit that meal ticket. It's gonna be up.
Okay. Shout out to Simba, man. That's a good one right there. All right, AB, on to the next one. Oh, it's on you.
Oh,
Is
it's
it
on
on
me.
you?
No, it's on you.
Yep. Okay. All right, man. On to the next one. Our man Lil Wayne, who we just talked about possibly doing a Super Bowl performance this year because it's in New Orleans. He was going over his favorite Jay-Z verse, favorite whole verse. And it was, drum roll please, Lucky Me from Volume 1. Two questions, AB. One, do you fuck with this song? And two, is it surprising to you? But three questions. One, do you fuck with this song? Two, is it
Okay.
surprising that Wayne picked this? And three, you have a favorite whole verse?
Uh, Number one, yeah, the song's fire. But
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't recall it
bang.
from memory off Wham though. Let me be very clear. I
Oh,
had
I
to go run it
love that
back.
song.
It's been a
Love
long
that
time.
song.
So let me run this back real quick. I think, oh, okay, yeah, no, this that shit. And he was ripping it for sure.
Wow.
I
God.
like that he went with the low key B side joint. I do like that he did
Mhm.
that. I was like, okay, that's what's up. We know Wayne's a fan. He's made no mistake that he's a fan of Jay's. So I like that he did that. I was surprised at the pick, but again, I approve. If I had to say my favorite Jay, and I'll go B side,
Mhm.
it's probably oh damn, that's not a B side. Fuck. Because I
Mm.
was gonna
What
say
was it?
the second verse in Lost Ones, but that was a goddamn single.
Mm.
I don't think it's meant
Mm.
to be for she loved her work more than
Yeah,
she loved
but
me.
she
And
loved me.
honestly, at 23, I would love her.
I would love my work more
That
than I
shit
love
was
she.
superb. That
That was
whole
fire.
verse was crazy. That's one of my favorite J verses, but that's a single. Let me think of the sleeper joint before I go next. But yeah, I fuck with the pick, and I was surprised, but I'm here for it though. What you got?
Yes, I was surprised at this. I expected it to be a more lyrical whole song,
Yep.
especially since it seemed like that's what motivated Wayne through the middle part of his career. For those of us that remember, he was flirting with signing with Jay-Z at one point. So if I had to pick a song that I would have thought that Wayne just loved, I would have thought Hovey Baby
Mm,
from Blueprint 2. That was probably one of his best. Good Jesus, that's one of his best rapping performances that he's done. So yes, it did kind of surprise me. Two, I fuck we absolutely fuck with this whole song. Volume one is one of my favorite whole CDs. My favorite whole verse, I think we talked about it last week. Like we talking B sides at the one off at Best of Both Worlds, A Life, Be a Like, we don't
Oh,
vibe
that's
no
right.
more
Yeah, you're
because we
right.
don't see it like
Smoke that.
your mom got it twisted. She think Hove changed. Nope, Hove still here like road game.
Now he
That's
still
your
here.
man's what he did to the whole game. How he jeopardized his whole thing. Now when I see him, I don't know whether to hug him or slug him. Man, that was killing. I don't know whether to cap him or dap him. I don't know what to think of him. I don't know what's happening. What I
Mm-mm.
do know, all the niggas that you know is locked up doing them feud though. He was killing that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he killed that.
What's the name of that song? I'll tell you the name of the song after you give me yours.
I'm gonna go. You just alluded to it too. Blueprint 2. Can't y'all see that he's fake? The rap version of TD
Mm,
Jakes,
Jesus
prophesizing on your
Christ.
CDs and tapes, but won't break you a crumb off the little
Off a
bit that
little
he
bit that he
makes.
makes, and this is with whom you want to
Want to
place your
place your
faith.
faith?
Shit,
I
I
put
put
dollars
dollars
on
on
mine.
mine,
That's
nigga. That's
Columbine. When the
Columbine.
Twin
When the
Towers
Twin
dropped, it was the
Towers dropped, I
first
was
in
the
line.
first in line.
Listen, I get hype every time I hear that verse, dude. It
Hey,
never fails. That verse is incredible. You talking about it ain't personal.
thanks. It ain't personal is the name of the one I'm
Used to
talking about. This
get
is off the
money
dome too,
together,
folks.
on horns together.
We didn't read these bars when we were talking about it. This is just
Ooh.
embedded in our brains.
Hey, hold
And
on. You
yeah,
got the wrong
those
verse on that, though.
A like be like we don't
You got
vibe no more because we don't see
look,
it
I'm a
like that.
grown
Nah, that's the
man,
one.
dog, and I ain't got time to be running
That
behind y'all. I know when I first started, it was
thought it was
crazy. You
crazy to
never be
y'all. He
able.
gonna start
Man,
his own
kill
label. Damn, and
that.
never be able. Well, you've been wrong
Wrong
before, and you'll
again.
be wrong again.
He was freaking that verse was hard, dude.
That, that shit
Fake,
fire, nigga.
fake love,
Absolutely.
fake fuck, fake
Gotta
thugs. I
warn
feel,
myself, you
woo.
fake niggas. Wanna know?
Oh shit. All right, he got some shit. Be clear.
Yes, man. If y'all not aware, Jay-Z can really rap his ass off, man. For those people that listen to our show that did not know that and that thought that we were the South and were not aware of that. Absolutely. What
Yeah,
we got
man.
next, man?
Next up, your man Andre 3000. Speaking of the South, they got something to say. We know
Mm,
Andre transitioned from rapping to acting. Really good actor too. Let's be clear. It was a big role that he had auditioned for and ended up losing out on. Let's go all the way back to Too Fast, Too Furious. Of
mm.
course, the sequel to Fast and the Furious. Ja Rule's part was vacated by him because he didn't want to do it no more. And there was a
One of
new
the worst decisions in the history of movies, hip hop,
facts.
wherever you
Might
want to
one of the worst decisions
classify
in
it.
life history. We
For
all
life,
know who
yeah.
ended up getting that role. It was Ludacris. If you didn't know, that was Ja Rule's role from part one. Andre said he auditioned for that role too, but lost out to Luda. Could you have seen Andre in that role?
I could have seen Andre in that role. It would have been completely different. I think I wasn't a big fan of the Fast and Furious. I think you've seen the majority of them. I
Yeah.
stopped after the drift one. I think I was done after that, whatever which one that was.
Tokyo Drift
But
is the
yeah,
third one.
yeah, I was done after that. But I think Andre would have done a good job in this. I'm not the biggest Ludacris fan. Everybody listening knows that. So I would have rather seen Andre
You know he can
do
act
this.
though. You
Who
know he can
Ludacris?
act. Yeah.
Ludacris can act. He can. He can. But Andre can act better. I don't even know what I've seen Andre in, and I know that he can act better than
Fuck.
Ludacris.
Four Brothers
And he
with
was good in that. Okay,
Mark
cool.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, with Mark Wahlberg. Damn, he was in that.
Yep.
That was him, Tyrese, Mark Wahlberg, and who was the
Yeah.
fourth? Terrence Howard.
No. Damn, who's the Terrence Howard was nasty. I don't think that was him though. Hold on.
Oh no, was hilarious because I could have
Terrence
swore that was
Howard is
Terrence Howard.
hilarious. Yeah, it was some white dude I don't know. Gerald or
Yeah, okay, yeah, I
Garrett
remember.
Hudlett. Whoever the fuck that
Yeah,
is. I don't know.
no idea who that guy is. But yeah, I could have seen Andre doing this, man. It would have been a dope ass thing to have. I think the biggest thing from this is that could you imagine Ja Rule going in there and be like, no, I don't think I want to do this no more?
He was
Only to
hot
get
like
knocked
fish
out of the
grease though, bro. He was
but yeah,
hot.
how long after that did he get knocked out of the water by 50?
It
Was
didn't
it
take
six
long, bro.
months? Yeah, like you should have been doing them Fast and Furious movies, nigga. Not even worried. Oh, who dissing me? What happened, nigga? Ask
That nigga,
Ludacris how these Fast and Furious movies changed his life, nigga.
that nigga Ja Rule said, "Nigga, I'm good, nigga. I got this Fire Festival finna come out, nigga. I
Yeah,
don't need this
okay.
shit."
Okay.
That's how
We
that
just
went.
oh, that's hilarious. What you think?
Yeah, no, I think Andre would have done it, but he probably would end up quitting after like the third or fourth one. They would have had
Right.
to replace him anyway.
Midway through the second one, he would have quit. Nigga would
Nigga,
have
they
to
on
die in
10
the
Fast
second
and the
one.
Furious, dude. Andre not sticking with this role for 10 movies, dude. Like, let's be
That's a
real.
fact.
But yeah, no, the listen, the checks are
Uh,
checking if you are a
that's
part of this.
ludicrous. Yeah.
Yes. If you are a
For
part of this
everybody but
series,
Tyrese, apparently.
even Tyrese, nigga, trust
Tyrese
me.
getting paid from this stuff. He ain't
Yes.
acting like it.
Because
He don't
because
act
they've
like
gotten to a point where they can get profit share on the back end. They couldn't do that at
it.
first. But they were able to negotiate that somewhere around probably 5 or 6 to get
Mm.
profit share. They had some leverage. And so that's when the real money comes in, nigga. So
Was Tyrese not a part of that deal?
yeah, he is.
Oh, he just don't get as much money as everybody else.
Yeah, that I don't
Oh,
know. But he should be good off of
interesting.
that though.
He wasn't acting like it for a while though when he was hating on the Rock.
Oh yeah, he was hot
I,
at Rock for doing a solo movie. He was so hot about that shit. Or doing a spinoff, excuse me.
we supposed to get the solo Tyrese Fast and the Furious joint. Is that what we were gonna do?
Nobody's
Did
asking for
Tyrese
that.
think that was gonna happen? The
Nobody's
solo
asking for
Ty,
the solo Tyrese movie. Even though
the
Tyrese
baby
is
boy
a good
Fast and
actor though.
Furious. No, he
Tyrese,
is. He
he's a
is.
good actor. He got some good movies on his belt.
He has a solid movie, Baby Boy, under his belt.
He has a
What's the other?
classic under his belt in Baby Boy.
That's not a classic. That is
Waist deep.
not a classic.
Waist deep good. Megan Good in the game. You
No,
thinking way too hard about that.
I don't even know that movie. I would, it can't be good.
What?
Waist deep.
You've never seen Waist Deep?
I
Nigga, come on, BT
if,
every day.
one
What
of
are
the
we
reasons
talking
that I
about?
haven't seen it. If it, I've never seen a movie with the game in it, so I know I haven't seen it. I've never in my life would sit down and commit myself to 2 hours of a movie that has Jason Taylor in it. So no, I can be pretty confidently say that I've never seen this.
You definitely watch Belly 2.
I know that that's what made me think that that's what made me know that I haven't seen this, how deliberate I was in not watching Belly 2.
Nah, Waist Deep
That's
was good,
hilarious.
bro.
What was the plot of Waist Deep, real quick? I can't even
His
remember.
son got kidnapped out the back of the car. And
I know,
it's him
I
and
didn't see
Megan
that.
Good. Fuck the
I didn't
game.
see
If
it.
Megan Good is in it, nigga, in the mid 2000s, nigga, that was a goal. Give me a ticket, nigga. What are you talking about?
That's how bad it had to be. If I know if Megan Good was in it, then I didn't want to see it because the game and Tyrese was in it. And you know, I don't really fuck with Baby Boy either. So I know I probably didn't see this because Tyrese and the game were in it.
Guess what the game name was in it though?
What's that?
Big Meat.
Oh, Jesus. Big Meat is crazy. I'm not calling the nigga Big Meat no whole movie, though. That's insane. I know I haven't seen this. I'm 1000% sure I haven't seen it now.
Hey, it's pretty
Big Meat
straight
is
though.
insane.
It's cool
God,
though.
that's crazy. I can't believe ain't nobody said nothing about game pertaining to what Gang can rap his ass off. I would say that. Nobody ain't
Facts.
gonna just come for that smoke. All right, man. Before we get to these wins and these losses, AB, your man's sad, man, sad. Your man's Benzino. We said we hadn't seen Drink Champs clips in a while, but that changed this week, man.
Yep.
Benzino went to Drink Champs and he aired out his frustrations with Eminem. And he went from being big mad to big sad. What do you think about Benzino crying on Drink Champs, AB?
First of all, Drink Champs needed this in the worst way. They haven't had nothing go viral since Kanye that I can recall. And that nigga been
Mm,
canceled for 2.5 years, dude. That was a while
damn,
ago.
it's been that long. Sure
It's been a
has.
minute.
Shit.
That nigga done lost the shoe deals and all kind of shit, dude. So, and I
Damn.
got remarried and everything too, since the
I can't
last
believe ain't
time.
nobody. I'm trying to think what else. Damn,
It's
that's
quiet.
crazy.
Don't even worry about it. It's quiet.
I gotta look that up.
But I will say this was entertaining. The Henny clearly got the best of Benzino. He don't need to drink no more for the rest of the year. I don't know I don't know what the question was that was asked because I'm obviously not sitting through this.
No
But
one is.
yeah, I'm not. Okay, come on. I'd rather watch Waist Deep again with Big Meat. I'm not watching.
No,
I'm not
you
sitting through
wouldn't.
this shit.
Pause. Jesus.
But I will say it was entertaining. I don't know what the fuck Benzino was. He was clearly lit, so I can't really take what he's saying seriously because he was clearly like wasted. And I'm just like, this is why I don't like the show. Number one, I'm good on the
He did
show.
say that.
This is one reason I don't like hearing drunk niggas talk in circles about nothing. That's not entertaining to me, even though this clip was funny and sad at the same time.
Clip was insane.
But bro, you just gave shout out to my guy Chris Platty. He said, bro, you just gave Eminem the most ammunition, the layup of all layups to fucking obliterate you if he wanted to, dude. He'll fuck around sample you crying like a bitch on here and shit on a song, dude. He gonna wear your
That's
ass out if he
racist. That's racist, man. I'm just gonna say, go ahead and say it before he do it. It's racist if he uses.
if
If
he really
Eminem
wanted to.
responds, it's racist.
This was a
Uh,
layup. But he was I can't even take what he was saying serious because he was too drunk. I was gonna try to like break down what he was saying or maybe where he was coming from. But man, and I know the liquor get niggas telling the truth and shit. But I don't know, man. He
yeah,
wasn't. He was all going out in circles and shit, bro. I'm not racist, bro. Okay, bro. What are you talking about? Who called you racist? Shut up, dude.
yeah. Like this is. It's unfortunate that this had to play out on Drink Champs and him realizing how ridiculous this Eminem beef is. I don't know how it started, but the fact that these are two 50-year-old men, I think Benzino 50, I'm pretty sure Eminem is pushing 50.
For sure.
Like to be going back and forth like this, or to think that, like he said, he want to meet and all of this, that, and like, bro, go sit down somewhere. Go take care of your daughter that you were crying. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Benzino, but this looked crazy.
Yeah,
The
it did.
clips were funny, but like one
It
is
was
a problem with
wild.
Nori. It was wild. One is a problem with Nori. Like you say this before, and I usually let Nori slide on this, but I don't even know if I want to put this out. Like this got Benzino looking crazy in the sense of like, is it something wrong with him, or
Nah,
like
he
what
was
we were
just
talking about
he
with
was just
Kodak
he was
Black.
drunk.
Kodak Black was the last time. Kodak Black was the last time it went viral because he was on there talking that shit drunk like this, and they said there's something wrong with him, if I'm not
That's true.
mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
So I know he was just drunk, bro, but it still looked crazy. My bigger question from just how crazy this looked, it would if I'm him, I'm finally putting this to bed. I'm not responding to this. This squashes the beef, bro. You clearly not cut out for this. Like, you're up here crying about this shit on Nori. Like, yes, I could have blow you out of the water, but you know what? I'm gonna show mercy, as what he called himself, the rap god or whatever song it was he had. I think M would get a lot more respect from the hip hop culture for overlooking this or showing Benzino some grace from this than he would just blowing his spot up.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though I
I
know Benzino wouldn't do that. Benzino would probably take the completely different route, but that's on him. If I'm a great like him, I don't even really need this, bro. Like this ain't even a notch on my. It's too easy. You've made this too easy. So
This
yeah,
was funny and sad at the same time, and
yeah, it
hella
was, man.
cringy. Which is like, bro, like stop talking, man. Cut the mic off, dude. Somebody,
Mm,
please cut the
please
cameras, something.
get
But
him out of here, man.
I'm not gonna say that Nori should have pulled it or nothing because once
Really?
niggas clear shit, they clear it, bro. Like, hey, it's open season, bro.
What if he called Nori and told him to take that
Oh, well,
off
then you got to take it that.
before the
Then yeah,
video
then you don't
comes?
air it. That'd be whack.
You wouldn't go against him and be like, nah, this is good shit right here. It's good content, bro.
Nah, I
You
would
wouldn't do that.
respect the nigga wishes, even though it is Benzino. Still,
Benzino get him. Benzino get you poked up, buddy. You better stop.
he
Don't
talked
come to
about that Paul
Boston.
Pierce shit too.
What did he say?
He
Because
said
I didn't
Paul
watch
Pierce
this
was
shit.
messing with one of the homies' wife, but the homie was
And
like
they
a
stabbed
street
him.
nigga that like had hella pull,
Mm,
and that's what got him.
mm,
That's what got him jammed up. He was naming names and
yeah.
shit. I was like, oh, whoa, 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 nigga, like, yo, that's when the nigga should have stopped. He naming niggas names. I'm like, yo, chill
Oh
out, nigga.
shit,
He
man.
name drop a baseball player that got fucked up in Boston for fucking with a nigga wife.
Behind them.
I
Yeah,
was like,
athletes got
damn,
to be
bro.
careful, man.
Yeah, nah,
Fucking
y'all
with
got to
these
chill out
street
with
niggas'
that.
wives, man. You better watch it, bro.
Nigga be ready to die for that shit. Y'all got
Man, we
to.
definitely, nigga. Y'all gotta watch it, motherfucker.
Oh shit. Let's hit these wins and losses, man. Win or loss. Your man Kevin Durant dropped some bars with former MMG artist Stolly. The song is called Scared Money. This is a win or loss for KD.
KD had a solid flow on this. It's a win in that sense. And the craziest thing, if there was one person that you could have told me to guess who KD would have a verse with, it would be Starlin. Like, it makes so much sense.
He probably
Not even
Stolly number one fan.
that him and Starley probably like that, dude. It
Tough.
makes so much sense that them niggas is cool and us hearing KD rapping on a Starley verse or vice versa. So yeah, but I liked it. KD has smooth flow, man. I don't know if he got a career and rap after this, but I do fuck with what he did on this show. That was a,
Yeah, no, it sounded good.
I mean,
The
excuse me,
song
on the
sounded good.
song.
KD
Yeah.
sounded good on there. Like he wasn't doing too much. He's that people were kind of saying he sounded like Jay Electronica, which he did, but I
Mm.
wasn't mad at it. But I'm gonna tell you what's funny. I went to a Hawks game like 2 weeks ago, and
Katie
it
was
was
rapping.
the Suns playing, and KD obviously plays for the Suns. He was here, and I walked past Stolly at the game, and I was
That's
like,
his
"Oh shit, look
man's.
at Stolly. That's crazy."
That's his man. Probably recorded it when he was down
So
here.
I was like, "Oh
Went to
shit," and he was
fast
just walking through the crowd like going to his seat. I was like, "Damn, what
Bro,
the
bro,
fuck?"
bro, you're the only person that knew who Stolly was.
I
I'm
was.
surprised you knew. Like no one knew who
You
dude
can't mistake the
was.
beard though.
No one even knew he had a beard, bro. Like it's oh that MMG run was a decade ago, nigga. Do he still rap? Stolly still rap, obviously,
For
right?
sure.
He still don't cuss or nothing.
I don't think so.
Shout
But
out to
I don't
Stolly,
listen. Let
man.
me let me not act like I'll be listening. I don't listen to stop
You,
it.
you definitely knew who he was, though. That's crazy, nigga.
I
You could have
definitely
pointed
knew
me
him
out.
when he
I
walked
wouldn't
by. I
even
was like, oh
believed you.
shit.
It was the yeah,
Um
you right. It had to be the beard.
Next up, man, winner lost. Flo Millie remixes
Mm.
Throw Some D's on It by Rich Boy. But she flipped the theme from Cars to a woman's body. Throw some D's, man. You here for the Flo Millie remix?
This is big L, big dog L.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't like this, man.
You
Like
sounded all right to me.
Throw some D's on me.
Hey,
Change like that.
hey,
Maybe I
some
have to
D's will
be a
do Flo
lady.
Millie. All right, dogs. D's
She
will
could
do
use them D's. I ain't gonna hold it. But I don't know, man. We just gave Lotto and Big Glow credit last week for not making it about that. And the song about getting your body done just doesn't rub me the right way. It's cool. I ain't hating on chicks that got their body done. I'm here for if you want a body confidence
do
thing.
you.
I'm not one to judge. It's on you, not me. But making a song about it, it's crazy. And a classic at that,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
This is what makes it a W. Number one, the song didn't bother me, and she can rap too. I think she's pretty dope. But
Flo
she did
Milli
a
can rap.
video, and Rich
Hmm.
Boy was in the video. I
Yeah,
was like,
and had the
oh
dope.
shit,
He had the cars and the car in there too. Yeah.
yeah, he
So
in the whip. Number
where
one,
has
where has
Rich
he
Boy
been
been?
at? That's first off. I'm glad he alive, dude. I ain't know what happened to Rich Boy. I know people
That's
locked
true.
up,
I wonder how
missing.
she found that nigga.
That's what I'm saying. And I like that she's a younger artist paying homage to somebody who had a hit 10, 12, however many years ago. I like that when they bridged the gap. I thought that was dope.
10 years ago was insane. That was at least 20 years ago.
What was that, 09, 08? No,
15 years ago. Yeah, that's about '06, wasn't it?
about
Oh
06.
seven, somewhere in there.
Hey, that's my
Sheesh.
worst call. I thought Rich Boy was next,
You thought
nigga.
he was next. You thought he was gonna be Ti.
Man,
You
I thought he
you
was gonna be
you thought
up.
T.
That first album
You thought
banging,
no,
nigga.
Lil, you did that about Lil Flip too.
Relax.
Lil Flip ran
Lil
into the
Flip had
king,
a
nigga.
short a run
Lil
longer than
Flip
Rich
ran
Boy
into
though.
the king, nigga.
Wow.
Wait, real quick before you get to this next, I was at the barbershop this weekend. You can tell when niggas is fans of niggas before they say it. And some for some no odd ass reason, Lil Flip came up.
Let's go.
And the nigga was like, yeah, he smoked tip. Now the nigga said that Ti got sprung on. And you know
Yeah, that's
me,
what
I'm like,
everybody
wait,
say that though.
what?
In
I've
Houston.
never heard that.
Bro, yes, you
I seen
have, dude.
I seen the video with him getting chased around the car, but I never have heard someone say Ti got sprung on.
Yeah, I get chased
I
around
ain't
the
heard
car. It's
that.
crazy.
The nigga
That's
was
worse than
like,
getting sprung on, dude.
nigga running around the car like Day Day is insane. Nah, the nigga was like, ah, yeah, Ti got sprung on. I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, nigga went to Cloverland and got hit in his eye. I was like, what were you talking about, bro? And then he started talking about Scarface was hating on. I said, oh, you must like Lil Flip. I was like, first of all, where are you from? Are you from Texas? No, I'm from Mississippi. I said, okay, so you gotta be a Lil Flip fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Flip was my boy. I thought he was. I said, okay, that makes sense. Nigga said
Flip was
Ti. He said he
cold
ain't
though.
listened to. He said he ain't listened to Ti since then, which
That's
is
cap
insane.
though. That's cap.
Mississippi nigga. He said he hates Ti because of the Lil Flip situation. And he was, I said, what happened to Lil Flip? That nigga fell off. He said, no, he still be out. I said, oh, you definitely a fan. He still got cars and all. He be dropping the mixtape. I was like, bro, relax. First
He
of
be
all,
dropping the mixtapes.
nigga was hype. He was hype about Lil Flip, bro. I said, okay, yeah, that must be your cousin or something.
You
But
hating on
yeah, it
Flip
was
for no
fun.
reason. Flip was cold.
No, I hated on him because he disrespected the king, nigga. Get your ass out of here, nigga. Come down to Cloverland, nigga. Dressing up like leprechauns and shit, nigga. That's one of the best mixtapes ever. Scarface, like, man, I don't really know that nigga. I just know they used to have him in the leprechaun suits, man. That was so funny. That was when hip hop was great, man. Yeah, y'all go check out that Beef CD
Next up, man,
DVD.
last one, WRL. YSL defense attorney Nicole Fagan,
Vegan law.
charged with participating in street gang activity and solicitation. Easy for me to
It's
say.
crazy. This is a big dog L. And I'm not hating on her because I'm a fan of the Instagram page. I found this before a while ago. I think you were aware of it too.
Yeah, we was talking about that in
She
group chat
Pee
a
Wee,
long
yeah,
time
we was
ago.
talking about this a long time ago. She Pee Wee Longways lawyer is where I found her one day. She was posting,
She
and she
shakes
used to be
IG.
on there rapping Boosie.
Yep.
She had a racks out, nigga.
Yep.
Free such and such. Like she used to be on there turning up, and I couldn't help but to think, as I used to enjoy her Instagram page, like, man, they gonna get this white lady one day.
Yep.
Like they not gonna let her do this and keep getting these niggas. Like she was getting niggas off murders. Like the
Yeah.
shit that she used to post wasn't no like, oh, this nigga ran a stop sign. Like these niggas was really getting it in that she was defending, and it was too egregious, man. With the way that she's like, you can't do this, bro. This is sort of like I was saying with Chris Brown, bro. You got to at least play the part a little bit. I appreciate, and I know it probably did good business for her as far as getting clients, but
Yeah.
them people start looking at it. You in this YSL case, that Instagram should have been clear, wiped off. So this is an L, bro. What do you say?
Yeah, this puts the L in YSL. That whole goddamn trial is an L, dude. There's gonna be a
Can't wait for this
documentary,
movie to come out.
a 2020, a fucking People versus OJ Simpson joint. Whatever they type of content they make from this is gonna be crazy. This shit is a shit show, dog. It's been that way since day one. I'm ready for it to be over with, and I'm sure a lot of other people are too.
Yeah, got a long time, but
Basically, man,
they might try to get that shit dismissed though,
that's what. Look
because
how much shit going on, dude. Niggas smuggling shit,
Fanny.
handshakes with shit, and bro, like it's way too much going on, dude.
They finna retry all the Fanny cases. It's finna be up
Shout out to
because of that
Fanny
shit
though.
she got going on.
I was the
Shout
first
out to
nigga on
Fanny though.
Fanny. I put that on
I was
everything.
there with you though. You can't try to act like I wasn't there. I was there. I was on the Fanny band. Well, I said it too. Hear me out now. I was there on the Fanny bandwagon, dude.
I was
She
the
got that look.
I was the first nigga in the
I
continental
don't,
United States of
I don't
America
believe that.
that said,
Obviously
"Hear me
not.
out with fan." That was 2 years ago. I said that.
The YSL nigga said that too, allegedly. The nigga from the gang. She was supposed to mean. Allegedly, that nigga said it too. Fanny got that look though.
I
I see
know,
why Buddy was
motherfucker.
paying for them trips. I know why that nigga was paying for them trips.
All
I
right,
know why that nigga was paying for them trips, buddy.
on
Yeah,
decker
she
of the
sure
week,
did pay back in cash. Who you got?
we going to YouTube, man. Shout out to Hendrix Loco. Saying Wayne can't do a halftime show is crazy. Stop it,
Uh,
guys. I hate to break it
he
to
must
you.
be from New Orleans.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We're not talking about the halftime show at the Ozone Awards. He can just shake that. We're
Or
not
the
talking
All
about the
Star
Murder
game.
Dog Awards. We're not talking about the Source Awards. We're talking about this big dog Super. It's 130 million motherfuckers watching Super Bowl, dude. They're gonna be like, who the fuck is this nigga on my TV screen?
Mm.
Telling you.
They ain't gonna say who the fuck is. They would be surprised to see him.
They're gonna say, who the fuck is this nigga in these big ass supers and skate shoes, dude? Who is this kid on my
Uh,
screen? They're not gonna know who he is, dude. I'm telling you this.
oh, that's
He got
fucking
three
hilarious.
recognizable songs, bro. And I Wayne is a goat. You can
Six.
put him on the Mount Rushmore hip hop, but he hasn't crossed. He not crossover. He ain't got the crossover record. He just doesn't have it.
You know he went on tour with Blink 182. I ain't know that.
Who?
Blink 182?
Oh, okay. How long ago was this?
I don't know. Somebody just told me that. That somebody commented and told me that after we said the
You
same
need to
thing.
fact check that shit. I don't even know if it really happened, nigga. The fuck? I would
Somebody
love to
definitely
see it
said
though.
that.
I'm rooting for it. I hope Jay make it happen. But I'd be
Yeah.
shocked if he did a solo. So I'd be floored if he did a solo Super Bowl. Floored.
A collective New Orleans set would make more sense. I agree.
Man, you gonna have Mac and Fiend, nigga? What the fuck?
Absolutely.
No.
Now you have Juvie.
Okay. He
You're
gonna
gonna
do
have
one
Jay Lake,
song.
Juvie. You're gonna do the other cat. You're gonna do Wayne, Juvie,
He
Wayne,
got two songs next.
and you get Drake and Nicki to come. That's the only way you make this happen. You think Drake answering the call? If Drake asked him, if he asked Drake to do this, if Wayne,
Absolutely.
excuse me, if Jay-Z calls and says I can get you to do the halftime show, you'll be the headliner, but Drake has to come. Do you think if Wayne made that call that Drake would say yes?
And 100%. He's super loyal to Wayne.
Even though he may want his own Super Bowl one day.
Yeah, he still would
He
do it.
still say yes.
He
Mm,
still would do it.
interesting.
For Wayne, that's the only person he's answering that call
Only
for.
person he do it for? Mm,
Him and Jay
okay.
Prince.
That's hilarious.
That's it.
Jesus, that's hilarious.
What you got to put
Hey,
me on, man?
I got a couple put ons, man. The first is if you guys didn't get to listen to AB and I on Another Week in the Books, it was a really dope interview,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Shout out to my guy Rich. Did a wonderful job. And man, you want to know some backstory about On Deck, you want to know about how we feel about the brand, our friendship, all of those things we got to address, man. Really good job again by Rich in conducting
facts.
that interview, man. I enjoyed myself. Secondly, that's on Another Week in the Books feed. Just type in Another Week in the Books and you will find it.
Yep.
Secondly, on Netflix, man, the documentary American Nightmare. Are you
Oh, I
aware of
heard that shit
this?
was crazy.
But it's like Gone Girl. It's like the
Yeah,
real
what I heard.
version of it is insane.
Yep.
I am on episode 3. It is a fantastic. It was one of them when you watching with like your mouth open, like, oh shit,
I
really?
heard.
It was insane. So either one, check that out, man. That you're definitely gonna be entertained.
Um, Shout out to Another Week in the Books. Had a great time. Appreciate the invite. Rich,
Absolutely.
shout out him. Dope individual. I seen he got the Culture Garden podcast, and
Yes.
I downloaded the episode from January 25th where he went over waist deep. Shout out to Tyrese and Big Meat.
Ha! Big
Thank
Meat
you.
is
Rich,
crazy.
no.
I got to go listen to that.
You got to go watch the movie first and then go
I'd rather
listen to
just
it.
listen to my man's than just break it down and not even watch a movie with Big Meat in it. Pause.
But my put on though, I went to go see the Bob Marley movie, One Love. First of
Come
all,
on. Yes.
yeah, first of all, I needed subtitles. I'm gonna be 100% clear with you. I could have used
Thanks.
subtitles. I'm not super proficient in the Jamaican like slang and like
I was,
the
I
dialect.
was wondering what you were going to call it. If you thought,
Dude, I be lost when I go to the Jamaican spot to get the patties. I don't be knowing what they saying. I didn't know
yeah,
what
that's
the
a
fuck they
hard.
said. I had to listen stupid hard, but I did like it though. My gal didn't fuck with it. She thought it was boring as fuck. I thought it was good. I don't know anything about Bob Marley. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know anything about Jamaican music. I thought it was good. I learned some shit, which is all I look for when I walk out of a movie like this. I thought they took an interesting angle on how to tell the story, but I was here for it. Only thing that took me out of it, you could tell it wasn't Buddy singing at the concert footage. You know, when the performance joints, you could tell that was really Bob Marley's voice and not dude. That took me out
Mm.
of it just a little bit. But
You're a
I thought the
sound
movie
guy,
was
though.
good.
Stuff like that matters to you a lot.
It
Was it
does because you could tell.
egregious or was it just because you are proficient in it?
Now, when you know when somebody talks, you know people sing like how they talk.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the tone of their voice and shit. But dude doesn't speak in the same tone in which Bob Marley actually sings, and so it threw me
Mm,
off. I was just a little bit, just a little bit. I ain't gonna kill it. He did a good job, and the wife body bagged it. I don't know Shorty
really?
name. I apologize. She killed it though. It was a good
Were
movie,
there
man. It was super clean cut though. You could tell the family was involved.
I
Like
want to see this. Were there any? I learned this weekend that there were white Jamaicans. Were there any white Jamaicans in there?
no, but his dad is white. First of all, there's not white Jamaicans. That's number
They're
one. Number
definitely white
two,
Jamaicans.
no, there's no way. Number two, his dad was white though. I didn't know that.
And also, were there any Asian Jamaicans? Chinese
Now
Jamaicans?
you just making shit up now. You combine that shit like the Ruffles flavors.
No, there is a heavy
No,
Chinese Jamaican populations. It says Chinese Jamaicans are Jamaicans of Chinese and Jamaican ancestry. They
no,
migrated there in the early 1900s.
no. They never migrated
1980s and
there.
90s. Many of the descendants of early migrants had moved abroad, primarily from Canada and the U.S. Most Chinese Jamaicans are Hakka and can trace their origin to indentured Chinese. It's a heavy Asian Jamaican population, and
How
they
many
talk
did you
like the
see when you went
Jamaican
down there,
stuff.
dude?
I didn't see any.
Thank you.
That was actually I did see a couple, which just made me think of it though, at the hotels and shit. And I was like,
What
this lady
accent did they
sound.
have?
They were Jamaican, bro. They
The
sounded
fucking
everyone.
word.
That was it. They was
No
definitely
way.
the Amon.
No.
They was Jamaican. they was Asian as fuck, dude. It's the biggest. It's crazy when you see it. You look it up on YouTube, dude. Everybody should
real
see
quick,
it.
that fucked me up. When I went to London, everybody had the English accent, and it was like niggas that look like DJ Khaled, black people. But when it was a dude working at the little bodega type store from where I was staying. He looked like French Montana, but he sounded like nigga Hugh Grant. Dude, I was like, what the fuck? Dude, I was like, nigga, what? That shit look crazy.
That's hilarious. That dude throw you off a lot, man. Shout out to that movie. I'm gonna go check that out though. Y'all look up them Asian Jamaicans, man. Look up them Asian Jamaicans, man. The boxers.
They don't exist. Guys, we appreciate, man, another week in the books, the On Deck TV show, youtube.com/On Deck TV show, man. Leave us a comment. Let us know, did Chris Brown get fairly or mistreated with his ruffle situation? And let us know who the best rapper alive is right now, too. And throw out there a classic album from 2015 and beyond if we skipped one. Give us a letter grade for that Vince Staples, too. We need all of that. Comment all of that shit we just laid out.
Let us know if you think AB has ever had a hot Cheeto. I say no.
They do be hitting though. I was about to say they were overrated, but they are kind of fire though.
I say hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos definitely top 5 chip.
They good. I ain't gonna lie. Thanks. I wanted to hate on them, but they were hitting. I can't even front.
Can't even do it.
Anything else before we get out of here?
Nah, that's it, man. We appreciate y'all for joining us. We out.
Yes, sir.